In a quiet, sunlit alley just outside the grand palace gates, two men stood facing each other. One was Eran, a palace servant in his early 40s. His olive skin glistened slightly in the heat, and his sharp, black eyes burned with anger. His tunic and gray robe were wrinkled, and he leaned forward as if his words were too heavy to hold back. His face, narrow and stern, seemed carved from stone. Across from him stood Jabir, a younger servant, humble and thin. His tunic was plain, and his rope belt barely held it together. His dark skin shone with sweat, and his curly hair was messy from the day's work. He had no robe, and his old sandals looked as if they'd fall apart any moment. His hands trembled in the air, raised slightly, not to fight, but to plead. "Please, Eran," Jabir said softly, his voice shaking. "Give me a little more time. I promise I'll repay you." But Iran's eyes narrowed. "You promised last week, and the week before that," he snapped. "You owe me silver, and I want it now." Jabir bowed his head, his voice barely a whisper. "My wife is sick. I had to buy medicine. I don't have the coins yet." Iran's voice grew louder, echoing off the stone walls. "Then you shouldn't have borrowed from me!" In the quiet alley, clay pots sat peacefully and small wooden crates were stacked along the walls, untouched by the storm of words. The golden sunlight warmed the stones under their feet, but Iran's heart felt colder than the palace gates behind them. A few other servants passed by, glancing at the scene, but saying nothing. Jabir knelt, placing both hands together. "Please, Iran, just one more week." Iran crossed his arms. "You'll go to the guards if you don't pay me by tomorrow." Jabir's shoulders sank. He nodded slowly, defeated. As he stood up and walked away, the sun behind him cast long shadows on the wall, one of a man crushed by guilt, the other of a man blinded by pride. And from the high palace window, a wise old king watched. He had forgiven Iran a far greater debt only days before. Moral of the story: forgiveness is a gift we all need, and should give to others.